And welcome back, everyone, to Overtime. As we told you earlier, our special guest, the guy to my left here, David Healy, sports editor of the Delta Democrat-Times, beginning the 7th season of covering high school football here in Washington County. David, we touched on the public school ranks, MAIS ranks St. Joe. We start off with the team trying to make it 6 state titles in the last 8 years and trying to make it their second three-peat during that span. Do they have the goods to do it again?
I always think, ever since I've been here, they've always been, competing for a state championship. And I see no reason why they can't do it again. I think they're one of the favorites in their classification 3A, along with Greenville Christian, of course, and Canton Academy. I think those are going to be the 3 top teams competing for the state championship. And, the young quarterback, Coach Baker's son, Victor, is progressing nicely and getting bigger, stronger. He used to be this, and now he's like up here. And they got a lot of experience, with like Quay Nash and Jaden Easley. A lot of great players that it's now their time to shine, and that Coach Baker seems to be next man up. But yeah, St. Joe, of course, I see them there once again.
Yeah. And Greenville Christian, the school right there in their backyard. They, as you mentioned, they have a new quarterback, and then Coach McClendon beginning his 10th year. And they're going into the season, perhaps, do you think, with some motivation after what happened a year ago?
Yeah, I think so. I really hated it for those kids last year when their season was cut short. And, I believe, that they didn't knowingly do anything wrong, and it was just, it is what it is, though. So I don't want to harp on that too much. Yeah, I mean, like I say, them and St. Joseph should be right there in the end. And Keegan Anderson, the transfer quarterback from Texas, seems to be the real deal. And gives Chris Watkins a chance to show his athleticism as a running back, which is also great.
And Washington School, got a chance to see them. You touched on them having played St. Joe week 0 of the season. And Coach Todd Lott, I didn't realize 36 years that he's been doing this coaching for so long, and he seems like year in and year out his teams are always going to be right there in the thick of it as well.
They are fundamentally sound. Coach Lott is a guy who knows what he's doing. When he came out there and beat St. Joseph last year, I think a lot of us that hadn't known him since before he came back were kind of surprised by it. But now that I've watched him and his team over these last few years, I think they're going to compete for a state championship in 4A. With their quarterback Prentice Doolittle and Ty Signa and all those other great players on their teams. Yeah, I mean, Coach Lott, fundamentally sound team. They're not going to beat themselves, and I would not be surprised to see them there playing for it all at the end. Of course, in 4A, Tri-County is considered the cream of the crop. So I think Tri-County would be the favorite, but Washington School, there's no reason why they can't be there too.
And then Deer Creek 8-man football, new coach. Surprised to see Coach Rogers leave Riverside to head just across the way to Arcola.
Yeah, that was sort of a surprise. You don't know what anyone's thinking, but I interviewed him this summer, and he seems very happy to be at Deer Creek. He's got some talented players with the Hayden Smith and Braden Smith. And I think I was looking at some of the preseason rankings, and I see them ranked 5th in their 8-man football division.
Well, I tell you what, Dave, we're going to take our last time out. But when we come back, we're going to just talk a little about your love for writing. How far back does it go? How you got started in the business? And also the future of newspapers right now. Pretty much just the media as a whole when it comes to broadcasting, when it comes to writing. A lot of changes have taken place over the years. Going to get your thoughts, your take on the direction newspapers are going. When we come right back.
Perfect.
David Healy, sports editor of the Delta Democrat-Times, joining us here on Overtime. We'll be right back.